What's up, bro?
What's good, bro?
Not much, man. Just getting back, getting everything organized. What's up?
Yeah. Huh?
What's up with you?
Chilling, man. Just been, you know what I'm saying? I finished the Psychology of Love book. That shit was gas. No cap. It was so many stories in there. I had to put myself in a situation like, damn, bro, like what would I do? Especially the story, that shit blew my mind. The rich lady, she grew up like poor and shit, and her
Mhm.
son had got hurt, and then she was like so cheap that she was trying to send a nigga to like a free clinic that she had to try to do it herself. Next thing you know, the nigga ended up losing his leg. I was like, yo, there's different parts like that, and then like especially because I had looked up the Tony and the Mike brother, those two brothers. I looked them up and shit. I been knew who they was. It's just I never knew like about their story and shit, how they met their dad and all that other shit. And like there's different like stories and shit, like how you could like relate to money and really understanding that, bro, being like successful and all that is really what like means to you. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga can have rich cars, all these this and this and that, but like he might not be happy type shit. You feel me? Like he not might feel self-worth or like that's you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that shit was crazy, bro.
yeah.
But yeah,
Shit, how shit been going for you on the charts?
smooth. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really been trading this week. My pair have just been consolidating, so I just been sitting back. But last week I clapped GU for this one trade. I ain't gonna lie, it's probably the one of the toughest trades I've been in a little minute. So
Okay.
we can go over that bit.
Yeah, go ahead, pull it up.
Yeah. Where my trading view at? I can't move this. All right, so this is where we are now, but I'm finna go to where we was at. Um, guidance. All right, so price is on this overall downtrend. It was creating lows, lower highs. This was the trade I took when we was on the Zoom together. It was like a point A to point B. Uh, went down to the hourly. Price on the overall lower high point. I mean lower down. Excuse me, downtrend. It was at this previous support that was now acting as resistance. It had created like this kind of highway, kind of like spinning top candle. Went down to my 15. It had already broke support around here. I waited for the counter trend. It was like some type of break of support. I went down like M5. I got in a little early. So I did see some drawdown, but it was, some shit I wasn't really phasing. I knew my bias was smooth and I had my stops like above this high here.
Mhm.
So I think I had got into a trade. I was like based off like the 1 minute. So that's some shit I've been back testing lately too, is like trying to get more better entries up here. But I had got into a trade out here. I think I was in like 15 pip drawdown, 20 pip drawdown.
Remember,
Uh
remember to put your plot your random line at the top of that resistance right there because that's what's gonna help you get those kind of entries. Like not
up
right.
here or right here.
Right there, yeah, right there, yeah. Because you
Okay.
see that last kiss option just happened on that bullish wick.
Yeah, and they made like this head and shoulders too.
Those are the type of entries you want just by being patient and waiting for things to actually play. Like I said, play off placement areas. Like that's
Yeah.
a placement area, you know.
Um, uh, I'll just draw that shit later. But so yeah, I was in drawdown a little bit.
Because then when you enter from areas like that, right?
Hmm. Right up here.
Right, because what the natural workflow is going to be to draw a random line there, and then because you're seeing so much exhaustion, you also draw an exhaustion zone around that, right?
Hmm.
So from that, boom, exactly. So from that point, boom, you have a confident entry being somewhere on off of that placement line, right?
Hmm.
Because now your exhaustion zone is now your safety, right? So that's your
Yeah.
safety, and then your random line becomes your line of scrimmage. So then from there, everything is moving forward. So then when by the time you get to that blue line,
Hmm.
that's a scaling entry because now you're flowing with all momentum.
Yeah.
You see
Facts.
what I'm saying? And that's also a lower high point, right? So even if you just pulled a sub fib and had a sub fib from that point A, yep, boom, point B, yep, boom,
And you could
right?
have
You
scaled down to even
get,
like a lower time frame.
yeah, like
Even
you get to see all of that, but like even just off the time frame we on was just fine, you know.
a
But you
fact.
get to see all of that.
Yeah. And even seeing like this being like that inverted hangman touching the resistance, making that lower high point would have been like a good entry too. And then
Entry, man, like for sure.
yeah. So then price, after I got into that trade, I was in a little a little bit of drawdown. Price started flowing a little bit more. Um, um, and then I think I had after price had came back up and retested this because I had like an exhaustion zone based off this here, and after I had tested the bottom of the exhaustion zone, I had took this 15-minute variation, kind of like respecting like the MA here.
Okay.
I took it there, and then think I stayed up a little bit, then I went to sleep. So then this was like around like 2 a.m. I woke up, it was already down here, and then I had just because I had seen like hella exhaustion on the hourly, like it just was just bouncing like crazy. So and it just wasn't moving for like I think it was like 2 hours, 3 hours to just stay here for a minute. So
Mhm.
then I had ended up closing like what was it? Like as price, I started like counter trend a little bit more against me. I had started end up closing, but let me see the exact price. Um, okay, I believe it was like um 714. So I ended up closing like around here, like 714. After it was like 2 hours, it just kept dojing here. I
Mhm.
just seen it was creating support, and I got out. So then the next day I came, I believe it was like Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday. Um, so boom, so price. Let me just delete some shit. It should just look crazy.
That shit do look kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't want to delete like my because I didn't know if we was gonna have on Zoom, so I didn't want to delete like the markups I had in the moment type shit
Right,
to
no,
like
that's smooth. That's smooth.
yeah. So I was like, damn, bro, I don't want to just create some new shit and I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
then boom, so price had then broke this MA here. It had made this low point. I had drew my fibs from like point A to point B.
Zoom out some,
All right, man.
just a little bit. Yeah.
Damn. So boom. So then I had created that low. Price it came up to 38.2, but it never closed at it. Like it just kept closing below the MA. So
Zoom
then
out. I keep zooming in. Zoom out some, like right there. Yeah. So I can see the
all
whole.
right.
Right back.
So then it kept closing here. So then price had dropped here. And
Okay.
then I had extended my fibs here. I had this level of resistance based off
How would you?
this
But you
random
ain't
line.
even have to extend your fibs though because it never really broke out the area. Just tested.
Well, true. Yeah, I had just moved it. But you saying so even if it tested though, I don't have to move it, even though if the low
You
is
don't
lower,
move your fibs until that area is broken.
like fully like bearish.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, point. So then price had counter trended up here. I had got stopped out. It was like a smaller trade because I was like, all right, I really wanted to trade up here. But I think I had got into
Why
like
not just plot
a
a counter
trade
trend line? So why not just plot a counter trend line so you can see when the momentum was shifting to your fate. Boom.
yeah,
Not even that
yeah.
not even that steep. You could yeah, like right there.
All
Boom.
right, bet. So that's probably what I should have waited for more candles just to print. I think I had forgot what price it was at.
Right. And the whole time you make it lower highs, and you see on one point of support. So you're seeing the descending triangle happen as well. You're seeing a major
Yeah.
market pattern happen as well. So it's like you taking all of that into account, then you will already be able to anticipate, you know what I mean? And that point
Hmm.
of resistance, like you said, got hit one, two, three, four, five, 6 times. So all that pressure is building up for the higher time frame move. So you just
Hmm.
gotta be on point, like I said, about when that momentum is shifting. Like that's what's gonna be important when it comes to this kind of setup is when is the momentum going to shift? Because I know the overall trend. I know what's supposed to happen. I just got to wait for momentum to be in my area so I'm not in unnecessary drawdown. So the confidence
Hmm.
tree would have been at 25053 somewhere in that yellow zone. You know what I mean? And then from there on, if you had a scaling entry, it would have been somewhere after the break of your counter trend line. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
so
Yeah, because The trade I had got stopped out kind of early was I think it was over here. Like I feel like it was just a little too early. Um, just knowing that I was trying to more or less trying to get back to this level of resistance. But it was like a smaller lot size, but it still was a trade I still take into account. Like, you know what I'm saying? Still a loss. So price has kept counter trending. It came back up to this resistance. I think I was at when I seen it was like 10 something. I had just went on lunch at work. So then price had made like this variation based off like it was like a lower time frame because I had seen the 30-minute. I mean, excuse yeah, how the 30-minute had closed. It was on the backside right here, and then it had like all this exhaustion right here. So then I had went down like to my M5, and then it was like a lower high point based off like the area that it had created on the 5-minute, based off it retesting the backside of this yellow zone. So it was this variation I took right here. I had my stops above this wick because it was like the farthest point, and then I was just in drawdown for like just hours, a few hours, just going down here, going down here, going down here, and then when I woke up the next day at like 4 a.m., it had just broke out of this counter trend line, and
Yeah.
I think it was some news that was coming that same day. So then I just held my trade, and then I have at that point I know you said I should have kept my fib here. I had it like this, so then the entry I got here, I just held it, and then it ended up dropping down here. I think it was like a 2.5 to 1, and I got out a negative 27%. And then I waited, and this was Friday, and I don't really trade Fridays. So after that, I was chilling, and then where I'm at now, Monday it came that it was at damn, where my mouse went? It was where Monday was. It had came down to this level of support here, and it came into the resistance. I had drew like my little two uh resistance and support. It just been just bouncing off these areas, just like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and of course FOMC came out, and
Right.
then I ain't want to trade just because it was FOMC, and then it just this is what happened now.
Yeah.
But now that it finally broke out and
Yeah,
shit,
I still, even with that, coming back to it, like you see how I still maintain structure, even though the news came out.
yeah.
So I mean, like it still played out. Everything still played out as far as how structured it is.
Yeah.
You know?
So so yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. Just was just sitting on my hands just after Tuesday, because it had came up and I was looking for I was thinking about taking a sell here, but I think I just was at work or some shit, so I couldn't really get to like be on the computer, not computer, but I was just doing some other shit, so I couldn't really trade at the point. And
Right.
then by then it was gone, and then FOMC I seen it came out at 2, and then it came all the way here up in the drop. So right now, I mean it's Wednesday. Well, I know you always say 6 o'clock is a new day, so now I'm just sitting on my hands, being patient. I mean, daily just created a bearish engulfing. Looks like we're about to come down to this exhaustion zone. I mean, more than likely, it's going to create a top wick to then, if it's going to continue with this bearish momentum to the zone, I could easily be on like M30 and on H1 tracking like a counter trend and then looking for like the continue of the flow of the bearish momentum. So that's just where I'm at right now.
I could dig it. I could dig it.
No, that's some sauce though with the because I used to think that, remember when you was talking about, my mouse keep going over there, when you was talking about like the zone where it's like, all right, but it'll create a left shoulder, create a like a high, but it'll look like it's broken on that time frame. So that I'll always draw my zone at the top high. It would have never reached there, and then literally just like it would create a lower low point, and then my first entry ends up being the scaling entry. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So it's like that's some sauce there. You can actually create like a way to get like those early entries and shit.
yeah, it's just about being dynamic based on what the market's showing and what's being printed. You know, not what's actually being, the fluctuation, but like being able to look to the left and understand how price can sometimes, repeat certain areas and reject certain areas just based on price points. So
Mhm. And another reason I took this sell, because I know before you had me working on major market patterns, it was creating like a head and shoulders, and it
mhm,
created that next shoulder. Even my brother was like, because I showed him I caught the trade, and he was like, "Damn, you caught that left shoulder, or what is it, the right shoulder?"
mhm.
I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That bit was a Head and Shoulders, and that bit was just smooth as fuck.
Smooth, bro. Smooth. See, and that just builds the confidence for when you see that the next time.
That bit was smooth as hell. Clean ass shoulder, made a high, came up to previous support on basically on like a higher time frame too. If you zoom out, came up, created that backside, boom, just continued down.
Smack.
But what I've just been really focused on is like just really sticking to my plan for real though. Like if it's not what I want, like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not touching it because I used to have a problem with that before. Like even if it's like some other shit, I would try to force it. Like
Yeah.
like fucking, I'm gonna try to catch some shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Now it's like I come to the chart. It's like, bro, all right, I see what I want. If it's not there, you know what I'm saying? I could confidently walk away knowing I could come back tomorrow
Yep.
and do the same shit.
Yep. And that's what it's about. Like even sometimes, like getting stopped out of profit and things like that. Like you just know, it's just part of stuff that come with the game. And that's why I even tell people that's trading live, like make sure that you withdraw into your broker wallet. You know what I mean? Like when you have trades and good trades, and withdraw a nice percentage of that to your wallet, so that way it just eases the pressure and takes the pressure off of that next trade for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Because you know you got reserves.
Yeah, just to know, like I ain't really gotta go as hard. I ain't gotta go, or at least I know that's what worked in my journey.
Yeah.
Knowing that, like you say, I got something in reserve, so like I don't gotta go max out. Unless it's an area that just makes sense for me.
Yeah.
Like
Facts.
I'm not emotionally maxing out. Like I'm being logic about everything.
Mm-hmm.
That person who ain't got nothing in their wallet, so they really just gambling everything. Like it's just all or nothing.
Now they down bad.
If something happened, yeah, if something
Yeah.
happened, because you just still gotta account for the randomness in the market, but you want the randomness and the odds to be in your favor over a probability of trades, over a
Mm-hmm.
series of trades. But you got to be able to trade a series of trades. You can't be, you know, maxing out every single time, and then you sit on the sideline and everything start to really go your way.
Yeah, I know you've been looking at 30. I ain't looked at that but in a minute.
Show you.
Last time I seen it, I think it had spiked and then it fucking dropped. And then after that, I think I think I had downloaded IG because I be kind of get off that shit. But you need me to stop sharing my screen?
Yeah,
All right. I seen I caught that drop. That shit was clean.
fucking with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit clean as hell. What time for us the daily? Sheesh.
Yeah, man. I caught the top of that bitch too, man.
Of this drop on the right?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Or I was at 746, 736.
Was that like just a confident entry, or is that more like I seen this candle this, I seen that candle that?
Yeah, like I be telling y'all, man, like waiting for that shit to come outside, y'all. It came outside right here, 36. Yep, 736. So it's literally, let me see, let me put a line right there for you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, are you waiting? Not waiting. But are you doing that like on a lower time frame, or are you
Yeah,
just
of
waiting?
course, of course,
Okay. Yeah.
of course. Because I mean, just overall breakdown. Because I caught this yesterday, right? So this is why I made 1,000 yesterday off of this move. Then,
That's what I'm talking about. The one I seen on IG. Yeah. That's the one I seen.
then today, right? So I seen all the exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
And that was happening off the 4 hour and some of the daily time frame. But it made sense because, got 4 hour support here, and I already had this area marked off. So with that being said, like when it started pulling back and everything like that, like, okay, we closed profit there. This during this time, like I'm sleep and everything like that. So I wake up and market's pushing up and everything like that. So first thought is wanting to see if the market is going to respect, certain moving averages and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then respect certain amounts of resistance, but overall structure coming from a double top, we're still expecting some type of lower high point. So all we do is, put the fibs out since we got a real point A, point B, situation. And from there, then on the lower time frame, right, we were seeing higher low point be made, right? But even the bullish wicks I kept seeing was getting pulled back, pulled back, pulled back, right? Market open, came all the way down here, then pulled back, things like that. Like I'm just seeing all this exhaustion, understanding that, you know, these areas up here are major resistance areas. So me just understanding that, like you said, it was more of like a confidence entry for real, like being able to take it from up here and just have that confidence that, okay, I understand that the market's still overall bearish, you know, and this could just be a short-term uptrend because, you know, when we came down here, this is just a 23.6. And a lot of times, you know, I teach even in my 3DC that, you know, it'll be a 23.6, the market will continue and then it'll pull back to make that real lower high point, that true lower high point. Right. So that's just experience in itself. Right. And then from there, you know, just maintaining pretty much. And I knew market was about to close and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, 300 pips, one candle. That's a good builder account. You know,
Did you had in it shooting star or you just waited for like another candle to like on a lower time frame?
you know, just on N5. Yeah. So I think I just started seeing candles like this. Like I was waiting on the rejection. So it just rejected here, looked nice. Boom, gave me this right up in here. So I was just like, yeah, that's a good entry. Boom. Then it pushed down. And then when this happened, I knew I was good because it started pulling back. And then, you know, it just fell. And I was just like, that's
Shit was beautiful. It broke the MA and everything.
Oh, yeah. I was like, that's perfect for me.
That shit looks so textbook.
I don't need to be greedy. Yeah, none of that. You know,
Broke the support.
that's 400 pips in 2 days.
That's crazy, bro. Bro, it's so crazy. Like, it's like I just want to get, of course, a little bit more comfortable with the currencies and shit. But it's so crazy how the fucking indexes be moving.
Yeah, I literally put band in there, like 1,800 in there. Boom, made the money yesterday. Withdrew. I withdrew like
And did this shit again.
3,000. Left 400 in there, and then boom, we took it to 1,000.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, like made 600 off of 0.02, so that's 300 pips. So like easy shit, bro. Like, and that's why I said like it just, you know what I mean? Like it don't gotta be much. It don't gotta take much. It just being precise, knowing your pair, knowing where, you know, certain placement areas, looking at all the resistance over here to the left, knowing that I'm on the backside. I'm on the backside of an overall 4-hour trend line. You know what I'm saying? Like understanding we've been ranging for a while, but at the same time, like we've been maintaining a certain level of resistance. I'm at the tallest point or the highest point of the range. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not really trying to buy there. You know, so when I'm seeing shit like this on N15, then boom, I drop down to N5. And I start seeing shit like this. It just makes sense. Boom, let me go ahead and take that because my risk to reward now is like
Amazing.
boom.
Max, probably if you, of course, the 100, but you can remember we was talking about that when you was like, you don't even need all the 100, bro.
I should be 45.
That shit crazy. You
300.
don't even be needing that shit.
All right. So, and that's why, like, I'm like, man, this time I'm about to start offering signals for real. I was like,
I seen that shit. So it's gonna be like, how you gonna do it?
shit, I got a whole nother Discord set up for it, and I'm gonna just offer it for $50 a month, and then my website. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shit.
It's cool, bro. And then I'm gonna just have what I'm gonna do in there. Have the you know, regular signal shit going on. I'm gonna have my trade breakdown and chart breakdown in there, and then I'm gonna do like a voice recording of like my psychology behind the trades and shit like that. So it's gonna be smooth.
Guess it's like they almost like with you almost at a point like
Yeah,
throughout the whole trade.
yeah. And even some of them I'm gonna do little chart and chills, like, you know, just mark up, just tell people I'm about to hop on the Zoom and just chart up so that way if they want to get on or whatever the case is, like just get them all access. Type shit.
That trade was fire.
Appreciate it, my guy.
'Cause
So on Wednesday, we got 2 more days, man. gonna see what's going on, but there's no pressure. There's no pressure, man. The most important thing is trading during your trading times, sticking to your plans, uh letting market always putting market structure first. You know what I'm saying? Letting market structure show you what you need. Um, understanding your entry base points on your lower time frames, and then being able to understand momentum and candlestick analysis for you to have precise entries
Mm-hmm.
and minimize your risk and use proper risk management so you can actually fluctuate and stay around in the game. Because a lot of people, this shit would have scared a lot of people out when that shit started pulling back like this. But I was just like, yeah, this might just be the beginning of the move. You know what I mean? Because
Facts.
this was FOMC, so I'm like, this could just be the retrace that US30 always does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I call it the fucking V retracement.
Yeah. Yeah. And then look, that shit gave me everything else I wanted. So it's just like,
She said.
you know, rinse
Yeah,
it.
it's like little confluences in there. Like when they broke that May, it made the new low, and it's like I know you were just chilling. Like,
Yeah, bro. I'm chilling, bro. Like literally I was on FaceTime with my dog Forbes. Yeah, I was talking
mm,
about the trade because I was sending him the screenshot. Like, yeah, bro, I'm about to get ready to close because he was telling me to close out basically like when that shit was like right here. And
that looked like a whole nother entry.
right, he was like, bro, he was like, bro, that's a good trade right on there. And I was just like, bro, this
It's
shit about
just
to draw. And that shit, woo. 'Cause
that shit. That exit in his own shit. That shit is fire.
yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
That's why, just want to keep your charts clean, bro. Clean on every time frame. Know what major areas you need to be looking at. Know what makes sense. Make sure you mark up your major market patterns and stuff like that.
Facts.
And just what makes sense to you and what's for you. I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot, bro. Like, I don't need a lot for real. So, and like I said, we just been ranging like crazy. So we just want to make sure we stay patient in the range and make sure um, when we enter in off major areas in the range, which is either gonna be major resistance or major support, not getting in the middle, because a lot of people be getting stuck trying to get in the middle. And it's like, nah, you got to get in at either these highest points or these lowest points down here. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not, then you just got to be able to sit tight and just chill until they break
Till they
out.
get there.
Yeah, until it get to a new confluence area, because they might come down here and then start waking again and doing all of that. And then I might be ready to buy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts. Facts.
it's just about what the market show you. It could pull back again and give you another lower high point to where it's gonna drop to negative 27. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta be prepared for whatever and be adaptable. You know what I'm saying? But more than anything, stay around and play the game. Stay around. Don't give it your all. Put some up in your reserve. Put some up in your wallet. Build your broker wallet up. You know what I mean? Like
That's
build,
some game right there. What?
and then when let the little wins. Build the trading account. Like the little $200, $100 stopped out $36, but them big ones, them 700, 800,000,
Yeah.
ten
That
thousand.
shit started to add up when you were drawing that bitch.
Big percentages of that into that broker's wallet and just see how your trading start to get real different and real relaxed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what, man, it's so crazy. I was just talking to my brother about that, man. I'm like, man, I want to get to a point where it's like, man, I trade, but like I ain't gotta work. You know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't
Like,
pressing, yeah, like you ain't pressing like, okay, like, I made 1,000 yesterday, cool. I made 600 today, okay, cool. Like tomorrow I may make
you know what I'm saying?
1,200, I may make 3,000, like who knows? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like those opportunities present themselves, or it might not make nothing. That's cool, like,
Yeah,
because
facts.
you ain't living that fast. So it's like, that's how you want it.
That's fire. You say you're not living that fast.
And, man.
You must have heard the old niggas say that shit, gang. That was gas.
Why you say that?
Because every old nigga I know, man, they be saying shit. I be like, bro, what? How'd you create that shit, gang? Like, bro, what?
Everybody be telling me I'm an old man, bro.
Nah, bro. It's just like when you hang around like older souls and stuff like that, older people, it's like they give you wisdom, and it's like when you get around people like us when you were younger,
Yeah,
we like, damn, this nigga like the old folk, like you feel me? Like this nigga smart as fuck. Like you think this nigga a genius and shit.
Nigga, yeah. No, that's respect. I fuck
I
with
mean,
it.
you gotta call it. You feel me? You gotta call it, man. Ain't no hater. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
facts, man. Big facts. But no, you on the path, bro. You on
Yes,
the
sir,
path, bro.
man.
But yeah, been doing my thing with the 30, man. So I'm about to get the people what they've been asking for. They've been asking for about 2 years. So I've been
Mm.
just grooming myself and getting myself comfortable enough to get to the point where I'm confident in myself to do it. So it's like I got everything I need to be able to do it. And it's just like, yeah, let's go
Yeah,
ahead
man.
and get it up.
How I see it is, man, you was doing without the camera. You was doing without the spotlight.
All
You
right,
know what I'm
all right,
saying?
all right. It's
Shit.
all right. Dude, it ain't nothing.
At
It
this point, hey, when you start training, just put your phone up, record yourself. Just, just make it seem like you got an audience. Just talk to that, baby. Feel me?
ain't,
That may gonna help out.
nah,
But
for
nah,
real.
man.
But nah, this shit about to be hard, bro. I'm fucking with it. We
Hell
got
yeah, man.
motion going on.
Hmm?
I said we got big motion going on, man.
Hell yeah, man. Only.
Got the event in Miami coming up in October. That's gonna be smooth.
That's that 3-day C, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that's gonna be smooth. Go out
Yeah,
there
yeah.
a little bit. And
So
see.
you live in Virginia or you live in Miami?
No, I'm in Virginia right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm in
I might
Virginia.
say I remember, yeah, I lived in Miami. I was like, am I
Family,
tripping?
I got family everywhere to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm one of them guys that's like,
Never too or too long.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck
Yeah.
it.
That's how I'm trying to be, man. I'm trying to just have like spots in different places and just never feel like I'm stuck to one place. Like
Yeah, bro. Cause
it's
too much of the world out here anyway. Like, even in the US though, like niggas need to get overseas more and see more shit international, you know? Like,
bro, I got a girl, she cool as fuck, bro. She over in the UK right now, bro.
yeah.
And that shit is a vibe. Like she had a picture of the Mona Lisa. I was like, damn,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you can see different shit, bro. Like and different energy vibrations, all that, bro. Cause you never know how it may inspire you. You know, it might spark a thought. You know, all that. It's just gonna
hell
open
yeah.
up. You know what I mean? So all that shit help with your psychology for real.
Man, it's so crazy. That's what I was gaining from that book. Like, bro, like it'd be like the littlest thing. Like it was a part in it where it's saying like how you can give back and then to make you feel good about yourself. It'd be like random time. I probably had like $10, $5. So when I give it to like, you know what I'm saying, a homeless person, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? I know I did something good. You know what I'm saying? I might have helped bro out, get some food. I might, you know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy when you think about it, like, all right, I just I probably was having a shitty idea where I just gave somebody some money. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm finna go home, finna back test. I'm good as shit. I go out to the gym.
Yep,
Next thing you know, I wake up in the morning, I'm happy as fuck. I got a good trading day.
yep.
So it's like
And that's
it's
all
so
it takes.
crazy.
That's all it takes. Next thing you know, you on the win streak. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all
Yeah.
it takes. Good energy, good vibrations, bro. Creating a good environment, like and just strengthening your psychology every day, bro. Like that's why I be telling people read, bro. Like it don't matter what it is, whatever you're interested in and want more understanding of and like seek it. Like, because those are the things that's gonna really help us structure out our day, structure out our thoughts more than anything, have control over our thoughts, because you shaping your thoughts a certain type of way by reading those type of books and reading and diving and being a critical thinker. Like, so that's why I always push people to be critical thinkers, like not necessarily have to question everything, but question a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. There's a lot of sauce in them books. I had just started this the stillness and the key book and I'm still fucking like thought like damn bro what if like Russia did get no missiles off like that was some shit as I'm
Yeah,
reading the chapter I'm like damn what if they really did get them bitches off bro we'll be really gone like it's shit like that happening in day-to-day life that we don't even know about.
exactly. There be a lot going on, bro. Like that's why I be telling people, bro, be thankful, bro. Have gratitude. Be thankful, bro. We blessed more than a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying?
What that
Yeah.
book said psychology of wealth is knowing that you will always have enough. I was like, damn, I remember growing up, I used to be like, I ain't got enough, bro. I need to be
Yeah.
rich. I
Yeah.
need to be, you feel me?
Yeah. But you can create with this skill, bro. You could create a passive way of always having enough. And that's what we be pushing. Like always have enough. Have some in your account and have some in your wallet and have some in your bank account and have some in, you know what
Just
I mean?
have some. Just
Have some, like you feel me? Like have some and then keep the water on. Like once you get the faucet on, keep it on. Like don't be going back
Mhm.
to the ways that you know is like, oh yeah, those are the ways that got me caught up in the first time. Those are the ways that got me doing this, doing that. Like,
Mhm.
stay in the mindset of like, yeah, like, this if working out got you in the mindset of like, yeah, I'm feeling good every day, I'm doing it, then work out every day. You know what I'm saying? If it's reading that got you feeling more intellectual, feeling more inspired, then read every day. Like if it's writing, like find time. Like that's all it is. And because even with the trading shit, you're gonna have to, when you close out, you're gonna have to find time, space to fill up and do shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Bro, what?
you're not overexposing your account. You're not overindulging. You know what I mean?
Oh hell yeah. What?
Indulge,
I
like
remember I remember
you off that.
bro, it be times where I'd be like, all right, I'll be done trading like cause like I remember when I first started trading,
Yeah.
bro, I was like, I'm all in this shit, bro. You feel me? I had like 2 years worth saved up, you feel me? Was getting I had of course A1 credit, so I'm smooth. Man, I would go to the gym, come back 10 o'clock, done training. I'm like, bro, now what? Like I'd be at the computer for like hours just taking dumbass trades just because I'm at the computer and shit. And it's like, bro, when you start finding time you start appreciating a little time away from the chart, man. Like,
Right.
I'm thankful I get to go to the gym, get away from this shit. Like, shit, you fun, give you joy and shit.
No, for real, bro. That shit really do. It really do, man. Like it really get different.
Hell yeah. But, so,
It can all
um,
get different like that. All it takes is the right account and the right week, bro. The
bro, I
right.
heard you say that shit, bro. And I've been thinking
Cause
that
it's the
shit
truth.
ever
It's
since,
the
bro.
truth, bro. Like it's the truth. I don't want to make it sound like hitting the lottery or no shit, but bro, that's really all it takes, bro. Like
You said that shit, bro. I just
like
been thinking
man,
about that shit.
bro, like man, quick math. Like man, I just caught 300 pips today, bro. I did that on not what a copy account. It's $3,000.
Mm-hmm. Sheesh.
So I'm saying you do that with a standard $30,000.
Oh yeah, you remember that sauce? We was
You know
talking
what
about
I'm
that
saying?
live
Like
video. We
I'm telling
can't,
you now, like
can't put that on YouTube.
I'm telling you now, so like you really gotta be able to understand how this shit really works. And
But
if you do it the right way at the right timing, but it take the right time. You gotta be present, you gotta be on point, you gotta be alert. You know what I mean?
uh,
Like, and that's what it shows you throughout the journey. Like you have to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to certain shit. And if you on it and the randomness just play out in your way the right way, man, like you be straight, you be riding the trend, you be surfing. For real.
but that's the goal when you can get to a point where it's like the randomness is like consistent. Obviously it's not gonna be 100%, but like a majority of the time in your favor. As long as your risk reward playing out, like you're gonna be profitable. Like at that point, it just becomes different scales and different numbers and just managing at that point.
Right. Hell yeah, man. But this shit about to end though, man. So let's link back Friday. See how you close up for the week.
Yes, sir.
I already know it. Keep reading too, man. I like the notes that you getting from the book. Keep reading.
Hell yeah. All right, buddy.
All right, bro.